After Travis Head's incredible knock in Perth, I was wondering, where does that fit among all-time Ashes knocks, given the context of the game as well? Well, today we'll be looking at the top 5 best Ashes knocks of the 21st century. Starting at number 5 with the man England still see in their nightmares. Steve Smith in 2019 wasn't playing Test cricket, he was performing some sort of statistical and spiritual exorcism on England's hopes. Coming back from a concussion after Jofra Archer bounced him at Lords, the story should have been about recovery, but Smith turned into another chapter of dominance. At Old Trafford he carved out 211 in what felt like a textbook performance. The pitch was wearing, the match was pivotal, and England were clinging to life in the series. Smith played like a man who decided the Ashes belonged to him personally and everyone else was just borrowing them. It wasn't a highlight reel, it wasn't explosive, it was suffocation, England drowning in the sea of leaves, nudges and off-balance cover drives. It was clinical, it was inevitable, and it was pure Steve Smith. At number 4 we've got a masterclass in defence, patience and ultimately salvaging a draw in a match otherwise known mostly for the hat-trick of birthday boy Peter Siddle. This is Alistair Cook at the Gabba in 2010. The Gabba is supposed to eat visiting batters alive, and Australia historically jump to a 1-0 lead before the coin has even finished flipping. But Alistair Cook, he set up camp and batted until Australia questioned their life decisions, salvaging a draw. After a shaky first innings, England needed something monumental to avoid going one down, and Cook delivered 235 not out of 428 deliveries, the batting equivalent of building a brick wall. He didn't slog, he didn't play hero shots, he absorbed pressure until the pressure was non-existent, until the match had been drawn. This innings was the foundations of England's most successful campaign on Australian soil this century. The moment England went from visitors to conquerors, Cook didn't just save a test, he rewrote the trajectory of the series. Number 3 is pure theatre. The 2005 Ashes was already a once-in-a-generation series, but it needed a close-up, a finale worthy of the madness that came before it. Enter Kevin Pietersen, the man in only his first Test series, let alone Ashes series, walking out on the final day with England wobbling and the Ashes dangling by a thread. KP decided the best strategy was to hit the ball harder than anyone else had ever considered hitting in an Ashes decider. His 158 off 187 was reckless genius. Warren bowled some of his best Ashes spells. Didn't matter. McGrath came around the wicket, over the wicket. Didn't matter. Australia came again and again, sentencing the most dramatic series unimaginable. Pietersen simply said, nope, not today. Every boundary broke Australia's grip on a dynasty that held for nearly 2 decades. By the time he walked off, England knew the Ashes were coming home. Number 2 is the innings that broke physics, psychology and possibly Nathan Lyon's soul. Ben Stokes, Headingley, 2019, the cricketing miracle. Chasing 359, a target England had no business even dreaming about. Stokes played 2 innings in one. First, 70 balls of absolute survival. Then, 1 hour of pure, unfiltered destruction. With 135 not out that defied logic, Stokes turned a certain loss into one of the greatest Test wins in history. Reverse sweeping line over point, launching Cummins straight back into the centres, and running with Jack Leach, whose 1 and out was a vital contribution to the victory. Stokes didn't just save the Ashes bid, he created a new Ashes myth. But sitting at number 1, the freshest, boldest, most explosive entry on this list, Travis Head at Optus Stadium in 2025. Yes, it may be new, yes, it's still sinking in, but greatness doesn't need time. Sometimes you know instantly. In one of the most rapid, fast-paced tests in recent memories, and the first 2 days Ashes test in over 100 years, in the first innings of the match, England were bowled out for 172. The Aussies thought it would be an easy win from here, then they were bowled out for 132. Australia would bowl England now for 165 and be set a total that was seemingly unattainable on this pitch. The highest score all test was 172. Australia needed 32 more than that. And with Usman Khawaja just back, it shoots Australia were without an opener. In steps a man who knows how to win a match. He's done it before on the biggest stages, World Test Championship finals, World Cup finals, you name it, he's done it. Head would dominate, pure tennis shots, uppercuts. It was an innings which, once he got going, you knew he wouldn't stop. And he didn't. 50 was brought up in lightning speed, his 100 came in 69 balls, the equal 6th fastest Test ton of all time and the equal 3rd fastest Ashes ton of all time. He ended up on 123 with Steve Smith hitting the winning one for Australia. As soon as he stepped off the pitch, everyone knew that what they had just witnessed was once in a lifetime. A knock that was so heavily against the grain of the match, to dominate like he did, and win the match for his country is legendary stuff, and that's why it's in at number 2. Let me know if you did enjoy and what you'd change in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.